game stream.
Nope, it's 17. Sorry.
Is it 17?
Oh,
It's 17.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Great, we are on
Fine.
episode 17 apparently. So sorry, Lando lied. Um, so yeah, thanks for joining us again. So let's go ahead and do a recap. So last time we were here, we were going through. We just got into the 4th level of the mine, and now we've been told that there are a bunch of different trials that we have to go through and activate the defenses, so that way we don't really have to deal with a lot of the tougher bad guys, you know, and all the demons and everything. So we are just getting done with the trial of stealth, and a lot of fun things happened in there. Gorf, what do you remember about how we got into the mine? How we got into this temple?
Well, I mean, I don't really remember. And if I don't remember, it probably didn't happen.
Well, let's just say we got in by accident. You know, these things happen. A little stumble and accidentally activating a secret door. It's just D&D things, you know.
Calculated.
I don't remember
Calculated.
that.
Exactly. Completely meant to do that. We searched around through this temple for a bit. We found some amazing pile of gold. Felix tried to dive in it. Completely worth it, honestly. Completely avoided a lot of the. There were different walls that you could with levers that you could activate. We avoided those like the plague up until the end. But we found a bunch of other things. Like we found a book that kind of told us about the trials. Me and Athul really dug deep into how to open the book with the puzzle. After that, we ended up, finally searching through all of the teachers section that we found in this temple, and we decided to start pulling levers. We ended up activating the defenses, I believe, first, and then we went back and activated the walls, and we found out that it was a teacher system of actually entering the trials and controlling them so the students can go through, which was super fun and ingenuitive. And thank you again to our wonderful DM Kyle for setting up all of that for us. It was super lovely.
You want inspiration, huh?
Yeah, well, inspiring.
There's no ass kissing for inspiration here, Buster.
Dang it. Dang it. Next time. Let's see what else we did. So Felix was itching for it. So there was different levers that you could activate, and I just went for it. There was one that said activate, deactivate, and then start trials, end trials, I think, and then scorch. So of course, just go big or go home. So just pull the scorch lever. Then we heard screaming, and we didn't know what happened, but Gorf's brother, who was there, who is kind of against killing things, ended up throwing up all everywhere.
Oh, poor little bugger.
It was great, So we ended up actually going through the right way and finding out that the trials had activating the trials for separate rooms that were in the temple, and kind of clearing out whichever demons and fiends were in there. And after that,
there were a lot.
There were quite a few.
Lot. We got rid of like a lot of the smaller, more plentiful ones.
But they were chain demons.
Yeah.
Oh, we know those.
That.
No, we know the ones.
No?
Well, so thank you for that recap. Fabulous. Why don't I'm going to give everyone a little bit of recap on sort of the general history of what's going on, right? So, what are the things that we have discovered so far about the mine? We have discovered the first level is there for diplomacy and for incarceration. The second level is a whole marketplace, right, that used to house creatures from all over the multiverse. No one understood how they all got through because the entire world was cut off from the multiverse for 1,000 years. But we learned from the goddess Soon that she had actually kept a tiny little portal open, and the dwarven god Moradin had made a deal with her to allow his market to thrive while he was down here. So that's delightful. We also saw that there are contracts for the market stalls that are, in fact, carved into the walls, into the columns of the marketplace, making them super binding. Now, for the history of the universe, we know that the crystal spheres are where different solar systems exist. So in the world of D&D, there are these things called crystal spheres. And like the world of the Forgotten Realms on the planet Toril, that whole solar system exists within a crystal sphere. Eberron exists in a different crystal sphere. And that's how you can have different worlds in the same D&D multiverse. And you get to and from them by going through the crystal spheres, which is very difficult.
You need 12th level, 11th level spells to do it, in fact.
Yes, it is very, very difficult, but there are certain portals that have been created that allow, for instance, spelljammers to go through. Now, what you are dealing with in our crystal sphere is that there was a cataclysm 1,000 years ago where the gods all started beating the crap out of each other, destroyed all the worlds, and actually shattered the crystal sphere because the power was so intense. So, now, we are on the 4th level, the 4th and final level of the mine. Across the way, you can see there is a pit fiend on a stage made of gemstones. There is a huge throne that exists where obviously the king used to sit. Peregrine discovered for you that the name of the last king of the mine was Bandoth Noble Fury. That is his throne that sits there. And for the players, when you finished the trial, as you exited the trial, you saw that there was something lit up that was not lit up before. And it was 2 of the portals. So originally, the only portal that was lit up was the orange portal. And now the red portal and the green portal that you can see are both lit up as well. So you now have access to those. So today we begin on the 4th level of the mine, seeing exactly what will happen with our adventurers. And now tell me, fabulous adventurers, what are you going to do?
Pick a color.
Maybe we could flip a coin.
Can I? Sorry, you go ahead.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
What do you want to say, Dio?
That's
I was
fair.
going to do something with my bird, and I sort of expected that answer anyway.
What would you like to do with your bird?
If I just send it up like into the air to get an aerial view, can I see where the other end of each portal is? Can I see like the colors in any other place to see where they might lead?
Yes, you can, actually.
Yeah.
So you see that the red portal leads to the arena that Terra informed you was called the Halls of Might, and the green portal leads you to a beautiful structure with three amazing towers on it towards the other end of the mine, and that is known as the Halls of Magic.
Yeah.
I shared this with the group, proud that my raven was able to do something useful.
Instead of just leading you to your deaths.
Right?
Once again,
Right? Maybe an alive raven is just better than a dead raven. Maybe that's just
who
what's
knows?
going on here.
Who knows? Real life is normally like that, yeah.
Right. So,
Normally.
Okay.
what
Well,
would you
guys,
like
then
to do?
either might or magic. I'm sure there's a game with that name.
Might and magic.
Might or magic or might and magic.
Might and magic.
M&M.
I believe it's a competition dwarves have.
Oh. I think I've heard about that competition.
Oh my god.
Well,
All right, Gorf, I think you've, really been itching for it. What do you say we go and test our might?
I wouldn't say no to that.
All right, let's. Dill, did you say what color the might was?
That
Red?
was the
it's
red.
probably, yeah.
It's the red one.
All right, let's go ahead and head through the red one.
Yeah, right. Might, my favorite. Phew, phew.
All right.
Okay.
Are you guys going to maintain your stealth?
Might as
Yeah.
well.
From last session?
Yeah.
I got the 17 for me. It's perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
no. I mean, are you?
Okay.
You'll have to. I'm so sorry. You will, in fact, have to re-roll your stealth. But
That's so
while you are re-rolling your stealth,
Good.
somebody's going to be doing some push-ups, and who's it
Yay!
going to be, Vedetta?
Dill.
Oh.
Thank God.
Yeah,
My arm is
you better.
killing me
Time-
right now.
You need to do push-ups.
I'm
I will, and
wearing
I
a
will,
tie.
I will do push-ups with Dill in solidarity with my poor little players.
Yeah,
have to
thank
do
you,
these-
Kyle.
Stupid ass push-ups.
I'm
But I
doing
was trying to
push-ups in my
wait.
mind with you.
I get tilted back too much.
Just
I
chuck
just
it in,
goes-
dude. Oh, you're talking about the camera.
Oh wow.
Then it's me.
1, 2, 3.
By the way, I know that by saying that I'm just calling it about myself, but today my arm is hurting a lot from the vaccine, so please don't make me do push-ups.
Oh, you're
Please.
saying you
9,
want to do push-ups, guys?
10,
You know what?
11.
You guys got to make everybody do
12,
push-ups now. Go ahead, start using the ally points to make us
14.
do push-ups.
15.
Everyone except me, please.
16.
Yeah, we need 3
17.
more.
18.
Like I said,
18
on
20.
Monday,
Okay.
just giving the DM push-ups is the best way if you need to go to the restroom. If you want to pause the stream, and not miss
Oh
anything.
my god. Okay.
Please,
Has
I
Gruna
don't
ever
think
done
Gruna's
push-ups?
ever done push-ups. You should make her do push-ups.
Yes, no, Gruna's done many push-ups.
Oh.
Remember, she was the one that everybody kept making do push-ups before they started making Mike do push-ups.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
she got like
So
a
Mike
month of
made a
that.
bunch of enemies in the
They saw
battle.
my incredible muscles and thought, oh yeah, easy for him.
Yeah, then Mike skyrocketed up the XP ranking on the server. And
Put
everyone's
a big
like,
target
Plot
on his
twist,
back.
I'm actually
Oh,
quite
God.
weak, so it does hurt.
It's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my disadvantaged stealth roll.
oh dear.
All
Well,
right,
that's
stealth.
no good.
I will
Yeah.
stealth
No!
with...
I mean-
I knew it was gonna
Oh
happen.
with
my
guidance.
god. Oh my
Ouchie,
god.
Felix
ouchie.
has
This is
his
stealth.
own stealth music now, okay?
All right,
just-
so
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I got
Oh,
a 15.
Oh shit!
so
Can I make
So-
up for its natural 1 with my natural
Steal is a
20?
fucking shadow.
no. So all right. So as Felix as Felix attempts to go into stealth, he starts actually singing that theme music,
Yeah.
not realizing that he's doing it in real life instead of just in his head. So now, as everyone's sort of like aware that he's just like dun 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 dun.
Yeah. And I'm sitting
So
right next to
that's-
Gorf apparently too.
The funniest thing is that Gorf technically
God.
got a worse stealth roll, but
Did
Did you
he?
just go along with him?
yeah, I got
So
a 4. I was
So-
like,
so the question is-
just went to the beat. Yeah.
Guys, we
it
shut
was
the fuck
contagious.
Oh, sorry.
You
I'd
infected
like
Gorf
Yeah.
with that. I'm sorry,
stuck in your
guys,
head.
but
every
every time I ask for stealth in the halls of might, both of you are now going to be required to sing that together.
Yes.
Alright,
I'm down. We're both animal folk, okay? You know, like it just works.
Brain
And,
show of your animal folks. The fuck? Shut up.
I feel like it's the tune that you use to like time your steps so that they're more stealthy. But if you do it,
Yeah.
you gotta do it in your head, otherwise it doesn't work. It's like
Yeah.
you have to do staying alive to do CPR. It's like that. It's like
Yeah.
the rhythm.
Yes.
Or La Macarena. La Macarena does work.
And we know what we're doing, okay? We just passed the trial of stealth, so I mean,
Yeah,
we're
I
pretty.
mean,
we
come
don't. No one
And
can
We
you
see
didn't
us.
go through the trial. We went
Yeah.
into the fucking teacher's lounge.
No, we saw how it's done. You know, me and Gorf are old pros.
Yeah, and you and Gorf both think that you're being really stealthy, like
Oh,
that
yeah.
humming that tune actually makes you sort of invisible at this point.
It's true. It's true.
Now, Dill, on the other hand, just is so silent, like just like is sort of gliding across the ground, barely even touching it, and blending into the shadows so perfectly that no one can see him. Yes. And
never
See, the
is.
secret
Yeah,
is
What is
the secret is I'm also humming the theme, but I'm doing a perfect Felix impression, so no one realizes it's me.
Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Because you're actually on key. You
I'm
have to do it
sorry.
on key.
I'm sorry. I now have this image of Dill sort of holding Felix in front of his own face, humming it perfectly, so that Felix is just so distracting that nobody even notices Dill. They, they just think it's a floating mouse
It's a
singing a song.
stealth shield.
Yeah.
When did you learn to fly? To fly, yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
my English.
When did I learn
When
to
did
fly?
you
Well-
when did you learn to fly?
You know,
He
Gorf's
learned to
been giving me
fly.
some cooking lessons, so he's been teaching
Yeah.
me how
Oh,
to
yeah.
fly.
Perfect.
Gobri's been teaching you how to fly, yeah?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
So yes.
That's gonna
So
be
we
it.
have got
Thule
all
doing? I
right.
want to know.
So, what's what?
What's the Thule doing?
Yeah. What is Athul doing? Is he getting crazy?
It's just you can certainly count my frail frame out of it.
He looks
Uh,
metallic now.
Yep.
all right. Well, as we are headed over to the halls of might,
Mm-hmm.
let us go to the halls of might. Now, you will each
I will
have
watch
to
from a
pick.
safe distance.
So you will have to choose. It looks like there are entrances on the north side and on the south side. So, who are you? And to the north there is a huge statue. And there are entrances that you can get in behind the statue. And the south looks like it's the main entrance that takes you into where the spectators would sit. So, which direction will you go? Or will you split the party?
So we did TP now. So we are
we
now on
already teleport? Are
on
we
the
there?
left more, the right more space.
So the spectators or what? Sorry.
So the north is there are entrances behind the giant statue
Yep.
in there. And to the south is where the entrance for the spectators for arena battles would be.
Well, if you would shut up for a while with the song, would you rather go to the spectators one or go to the Felix?
Don't.
That's
Probably,
serious.
probably the spectators. That probably makes more sense.
I
At
think
least
so as well.
Get a lay of the land.
I get like a little bit scared when I see it. Oh Jesus, you were here all the time. Okay.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't that
that's
exciting?
fine. That's what we're supposed to do. Felix, score.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm as visible I was invisible as the day I was born.
Oh, wow, you were invisible the day you were born. That's
Wouldn't you be
talent.
screaming that
There you go.
day?
I learned it as a cantrip. See?
Nice. All
Well, if
right.
you're so invisible,
So,
you shouldn't have any
so
problem going
you
first again. Then
all right. So you are all heading to the south end.
Spectators, yep.
Yeah.
All right, then please put your tokens behind the stands on the south end of this new map, the map of the Halls of Might.
Gosh, Dolly.
Yeah, so you guys will actually be behind the stands over here.
So, guys,
Still
I
dealing
think
with some
we can
tech
agree that
difficulties. Can someone move a
we're
Thule there for
challenged-
me, please?
Yes.
So,
Hold on
guys,
just
I think we
a
can
moment.
agree that if we're challenged into a 1v1 duel, I think that Felix is gonna be our barber, isn't it?
Yeah, Felix just rolls up his sleeves and he's like just completely ripped, you know? He's just like, "Ugh."
Right, he's got this.
Yeah.
So,
I
as
trust you, Felix.
as you enter the arena, you see four night hags
Oh no.
You hear that,
surrounding
Bruno?
Let's
a
take-
temple.
No.
Hey, friends of yours, Gruna?
There's so there are now because
Ooh.
Felix
There's another
did
push-ups.
Oh no, are we? Oh Lord. Okay. All right, who's doing the push-ups?
Felix for the comments.
Anybody?
It's gonna happen. He's deciding. He's sitting there just, you know.
All right.
It's intense.
All right, so we will Felix. Okay. Yeah, we're asking for receipts from Felix.
Yep.
Let's give him these receipts then.
It's okay. And push-up set number 2 for the DM. Okay. Oh God, I hate you all. Oh, okay.
You all can do it. Harvest. I'm not doing what Will is doing.
Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Well,
10, 11,
Let's go. I'm swole.
12,
1,
13,
2,
14.
Felix is pretty fucking swole.
15,
Yeah.
Let's see
Swole
Wolf
mouse.
do that.
Yeah.
17,
Do it next.
18, 19,
Yeah.
20. Oh my God. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Old man noise. Old man noises. Okay. Oh, all right. Shut up. You're all awful.
Who said D&D players aren't in shape?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 40.
All
That's 40
right.
push-ups in like 5 minutes. So screw
Doing all the
you.
push-ups this stream.
All right. Now that I'm all out of breath. So, because you are so loud as you enter, I need all of you to give me a perception check.
This is gonna go well.
Okay, I see nothing.
God. Oh,
Dirty
Hey.
20.
God.
Jesus Christ. Not now.
Gruna, come on.
So, Bruna starts shushing Felix so loud that she can only concentrate on trying to get Felix to be quiet. And misses everything that's going on around her. And
Where am I?
but Felix, while Gruna is shushing you, you look across as one of the hags spins around, hearing the noise, And I'm going to send you, because you're a sneaky little bugger,
Heck
I'm
yeah, I am.
actually going to send you a little thing in private chat to let you know what you see that you can share or not with the group. Now that you have that information, the hag that's spun around, you see her cast some sort of spell, and she disappears from the group.
Bitch.
I'm just gonna
They
like
are.
stop in my and I'm just gonna look like really squint my eyes and be like, Annika? No, that can't. Oh my god! Just shouting at this point, like, hey!
We get to meet Annika actually in this game.
Well, you don't get to meet her because she just disappeared. As soon as she realized that someone had seen her, she disappeared.
Guys,
So now
guys,
you have.
I think that was Annika.
So
Who?
as
Annika.
you yelled,
Have we met
as
her?
hold
That's the
on.
thing. I think we would have met if we haven't met her.
Oh, have we not? I don't know.
Yeah, you've seen her around the camp. You don't
Oh,
forget
okay,
you've
okay.
been at the camp now
Okay,
for like a month and a half,
That makes sense.
and she's also been there for that whole time.
What's she doing here?
So as Felix says, "Hey, Annika," all of the other hags sort of turn around and look at you appraisingly, and just sort of wait. What you doing? What are you gonna do?
I just kind of like tap Gorf on the back. It's like, you got this one, buddy. No, I'd
You're not
go
winning
fuck
against them,
myself,
Gorf.
but you know.
I don't know if it's a good idea to try to mess with the women.
Maybe
It's not my
we can
first
try to
time.
speak to them.
Well, I don't know if
Probably.
they are really willing to speak the way. I mean, they're gonna speak to us. I don't know if it's gonna be in our favor. Who knows?
Hmm,
Maybe we get cursed again.
maybe.
I don't know if we should start swinging. That's probably not the good way to start out.
Agreed.
I mean, we'll
Well,
defend
it's-
ourselves, but
It's not my first time with a situation like that. Let me talk. Let me talk.
yeah.
Follow me.
I'll be right behind you.
Right.
And I will approach quite carefully, but I will approach them.
Dun 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 dun.
Right now, everybody, give me a. What would
Initiative
this
roll.
be? Give me an arc. Anybody who has proficiency in Arcana, give me an Arcana check, and anybody that has proficiency in Religion, give me a Religion check. And if you have
Ooh.
both, you can give me
Ooh.
both checks.
What if you
Being
have
Luna
none?
knowing about witchy stuff, do you have any type of advantage on that?
Yes, Gruna, you would definitely have advantage on both of your
Okay.
rolls.
So I have double Arcana and double Religion. Arcana, Religion.
13 Arcana on
All
double religion.
right, so
22 Arcana, 23 Religion.
so, would you like to relay the information you have about hags to these people?
Me?
I mean, I'm asking if you would actually relay it, or are you just going to keep it to yourself? If you do want to relay it, then I will give the party information about hags.
Knowing Bruna, tell me in private.
She's going to keep it?
Depending on what information is exactly, I will consider.
Okay, all right, so everybody, Gruna doesn't want to share this information, so if everyone in the chat could please deafen yourselves.
Okay.
on.
Can you give us a thumbs up when? I think we might be good.
Everybody can unmute.
I realized that when I deafened myself, it deafened it for everybody on the stream too, and everybody. So the stream didn't hear it.
No. Did we all? Oh, we all missed it.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm so sorry that everybody missed that, but
Well,
there something delightful is happening, and Gruna can share it if she wants to, right after this commercial break. All right, so
Yay!
we will be back in just a moment, everyone.
I will get some water. Meanwhile,
saying that's a good idea.
Yeah, water. Don't worry, guys. For all of you that are subscribers, you still have me, Felix, the wonderful bard, who did not decide to go and drink water. So, if you guys want to know any secrets while they're not here, just ask away in the comments, and I'll tell you everything I know. Sing us a song, bard. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. You see love. I know all the words of this song. Yep, that's how that song goes.
Well done, well done.
Oh, Ithul's here too. Yes. Ithul,
I never left. I was just listening.
You know any songs, buddy?
No.
Dang it.
No.
Let's hear a song suggestion in the chat that I will
Yeah.
sing. Oh,
Sorry about that, chat. What I should have done is I should have just
Play that same song.
I should have just taken off my headphones so you guys could hear it. My bad.
we'll know for next time. Sing WAP. I don't know what WAP is actually. Felix has never
You don't
heard
want
of her.
to know.
I have Bluetooth, so I heard all of that. It was glorious.
Oh, you heard it all? Yes. I was
Beautiful.
sad. I thought only the chat would hear, but you know.
I was hoping you would spill some secrets, but
Right? Well, I think my singing has ran off enough of our people. So now that more of us are back. Yeah, Gorf's always the favorite for some reason. Like, why do you like him? Is he the bear?
Gorf is fucking awesome. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Well,
true.
he's certainly Ithul's favorite.
How can you not love a big
Felix,
bear
you're
that
my
smashes
favorite.
Demons with
Aw,
big,
thanks,
giant
Bill.
mace?
Ithul is my favorite. He has very
yeah,
soft hands.
fuck you, Felix. I hate you. Gruna's my favorite,
He
dickhead.
has very soft hands.
Everyone likes a strong but a little dumb.
They're also very
character.
clammy.
Yeah, it's charming in that way. Hey, Bando, Bando. Alright, my old dog is scratching at my door.
Aw.
Bando, Bando, come here, come here. He's like 15.
Let him in.
He's partially deaf. No, he's scratching to go out
Oh.
because our puppy will like fight with him, and
Aw.
he gets overwhelmed. Okay, Bando.
The same thing with my dog. I have
So
a
old.
bigger rescue dog, and my old dog always gets we're just ran over by her. So
Right? Yeah, he
My
gets
cat
knocked
hunts my
down
dog.
and all this stuff.
yeah, my
He's
dog's
like-
like 15.
Yeah, 15 and a half. I think his birthday's in February, so
Yeah.
we've had him since he was like months old.
That's
Yeah.
cute and all, but does your cat hunt your dog? Because mine does, and he always wins.
Does oh yeah.
You think Dill's dark and mysterious? I mean,
See, he looks dark and mysterious, but if you actually ask him, he's like an open book.
yeah,
But
he's such an
It's,
open book,
it's mostly pictures, but it's still.
and he's a
No,
big
we're supposed to be
softie,
mysterious.
like,
And now it's
It's
not.
always essentially the same way too. It's
Okay, and we're back.
just like if you ask, they'll tell.
Nice.
So sorry about that, everyone. that should be it for interruptions today. And Snowflake Boy, if you want to actually hear me sing again, I've got a guest coming on Thursday for one of our streams where we are going to construct a tavern in Tailspire, which is the 3D dungeon building software. And when the tavern's done, we are going to sing a duet on the stage of the tavern. It's going to be glorious.
Aw.
So, all right, we are back into it. Gruna now knows some things about some things. And what are you going to do now that you've got 3 hags waiting for you?
go
As
over
soon
there.
as yeah, go first, Felix, and then I do
Go
my thing.
Go over there and challenge him to an arm wrestling contest. I think that's what we need to do.
Okay, Felix, this is
Somehow
serious.
I don't think that.
Oh yes, that seems like a brilliant idea.
Yeah, see, Ithul's on my side. Why can't you be?
Okay, stop messing around.
I
This
don't
is
know.
no joke.
Hag
Felix.
culture could be.
They're just little old grannies. Go up and give them a better hug, buddy.
Okay, enough. Listen to me for a moment, okay? As when I was approaching, she was starting to feel even almost nauseous. So she was really willing to talk to them, but as she was getting near and near, she just felt. I don't know if they need to do an insight checks, but you can feel as she's almost shaking. And we'll just look at one of you. I mean, Felix, you're supposed to be good at talking, and hacks normally like to bargain and to make deals. And for the looks they have, probably they want we can give them something in the Elber stream. I don't know if I like that idea, but that's what I.
In
If
case
it's
you
for
don't
me, they-
remember, we've already tried that.
Yeah,
Wait, you've what?
we'll try it.
We've already tried sharing our portions of our contract. It doesn't work.
It ain't
I
the
found
same.
out when I tried to get the mouse mafia behind us.
Well, first we should.
It's not what I'm
see
talking
what
about. They want to bargain. They want something for the stream, probably. It's all they do. But to be honest, I don't want them on the stream. They take more than they give. You just have to look at that. And I show my arm again, which is even more and more blue, so looking like the Night Hacks appearance. They
Well,
always take
if-
more than half, but I don't think we can with them. They're quite strong, especially in their in group.
If we are going to fight, or if we are going to bargain with them, I mean, besides the stuff from Delver's Dream, I don't think we have much to offer. I mean, I certainly don't.
We can talk to them and then see what happens, but
As you continue discussing, you hear a voice ring out across the arena saying, "Listen, children. We've spent enough time in the multiverse as it is. We don't need to spend more time listening to you prattle on about what we may or may not want. Come closer."
I thought you all hacks were a little bit more patient.
And
Well, I guess
the hags just start
Okay.
laughing at Gruna.
Let's try to be at least somewhat
Where-
cordial, Gruna.
where'd
Don't need
Gorf
to be
go?
rude.
Yeah. Let's be cordial. Yeah, sure. Not like they ever took anything away from you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go up to them.
All right.
Keeping my distance a bit. I'm gonna say, Gorf, you got my back on this one, right?
Yeah, totally.
I will
Alright.
stay back.
The fool's gonna grab Gruna by the arm real quick and pull her aside real quick. Do these hacks have in particular something to do with you?
I don't think they are the same hacks, Kyle, are they?
You can, Ethul, you can make an insight check.
By the way, Kyle, you're a little bit frozen. I don't know if you can do something about it.
Am I?
Is
Oh
it?
no.
No, you're not anymore. Okay, it was just you needed
Okay.
just acknowledgement of the fact
Okay.
to get
All
away
right.
from the curse.
All
Just
right.
give me one
so,
moment. Get this insight out. Let
So,
some.
do you want me to roll for you, Han? Because I'm not hearing anything right now. So I don't know if you're
Let-
frozen or what's
Oh,
going
my.
on.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
My phone is slow as hell.
Don't forget, I can always roll for you if we need to keep things moving
Yes,
along.
please do.
All right, great. Fabulous. So what is Oh,
He got it.
and you critted.
You got
All
it.
right. So
Here, I can pull up a full sheet too.
what you see is that the hags look over at Gruna and they try to disguise the fact that they know her, but you see what's going on. These hags know Gruna very well.
Are these the ones that you have a pact under?
If they are.
They in fact are. They are the holders of your pact.
We could say it that way. Yeah. We don't have
Look at that.
Will you be
Yeah.
okay, Gruna?
Who?
Not like I can do much. They cannot be broken.
And the hags continue
Stay
to
with her while
say,
you guys go check everything out.
Can I
so
just
the
do a
hag
check to see what kind of hag they are?
so you recognize them. You've traveled enough that you recognize them as night hags.
Oh. Hmm.
And they all
okay.
seem to be surrounding this statue, looking up at it.
May I
As
ask
you
who-
approach, what?
Never mind. Good. I was just gonna say.
As you approach, they will look at you and they will say, "My dears, look at you, doing so many lovely things as you travel the universe. Would you do a lovely thing for an old and tired hag, my child?"
Sure. What do you want in exchange? Our hearts?
Runa,
I don't know. Just an example.
And the hags look over at you, just glaring. And one of them snaps her fingers, and suddenly you can't talk.
Oh, thank you. Honestly,
That's kind of a neat trick.
I do the
I
same
am-
thing sometimes.
I am very interested to know what Gruna is going to do now that she cannot release her frustration and anger through voice.
How the conversation
that's
goes.
all-
All right, now that's out of the way. Let's hear your bargain.
It's quite simple, child. We simply want this gem. And you see a huge yellow gem in the hands of the giant statue in front of you. Would you help an old lady to obtain the beautiful little gem?
Oh, I don't know. You three seem capable. Why didn't you just take it yourself?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that.
And they look at you and they say, "Oh, we are but small women. We are too
Oh.
short. We
Oh,
are too short to obtain it."
well, I mean, you're barking down the wrong stump if you think I'm tall enough to obtain it.
Oh, but mice scurry up and down walls all the time, don't they?
And hags have their ways.
It's true. It's true that let us give you a gift so that you know our intentions are pure. And the three of them all begin to approach you with their hands held up as a sign of peace. And with one voice, they look at you and say, "A prophecy, freely given, with no expectation of recompense." And suddenly there is this chant in the air as though their voices are echoing around the arena. "A child of slaves, a descendant of mages, searches the page, speaks through the ages, looks for escape from the words writ in blood, finds she is bound, the poor little dove, seeking for power that into her floods from the center, below, and even above. Her trials are steep, though they'll soon come to end, when the words in her cheeks change from master to friend."
What?
Can we have the prophecy written down, please?
No, never. I would
Never.
never allow that. There
While they
you
were saying
are.
that, Luna, well, Tale of a Slave, she probably is feeling quite targeted by that. Using cell image is gonna start to pop images around her, like saying,
Does
shut up, I don't want to hear you, shut up. Like images like, fast, 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 fast.
does silent image require
Verbal component.
verbal components?
Probably.
I think mine does not because it's the. Let me take a look. It normally requires verbal components, but I think mine, since it's the feature, let me take a look. No, I lie. I can't. I don't do that.
Right. All right, you
I
wanted to
I
real
think
bad.
also like I wanted to cast a spell and probably a higher level spell, probably, but she just wouldn't.
I'm just holding my arms around Gruna.
I'm just crying.
I just
Crying.
Oh, poor Gruna.
I'm just gonna
So the
slow
witch
clap
is
and then say, "Oh, wonderful poem, wonderful, wonderful. That doesn't tell me why you want this wonderful little gem, as you put it. You know what? What is it? What's so special about it? It's very pretty. I mean, I'm just gonna walk over to it.
um
Right.
and as you see the gem, you recognize it looks a little bit like what the stage that the pit fiend is standing on is made of.
Ah, seen this before. Uh, this this is what that stage in the open area is made out of, is it not?
It is, good eye, child. And realizing that they're probably not going to get what they want through trickery from you, they all start looking around the arena at everyone in it. And you see this sort of sigh from all of them as they let down the sort of feeble old lady guys. And they all start standing up a little straighter. Like, fine, a deal then.
Ah, yes. Finally, we can get down to brass tacks. Now, go ahead. What is your offer?
First, you must tell us what your offer is. We're asking for something so simple.
Oh, you must know it's not that easy, don't you? You need something from us. It's so obvious that you could have taken this if you had the ability, but yet here we are in this predicament.
That's
Hmm.
true, and you'll forgive us that we don't immediately trust everything you're telling us.
look at you. They suddenly turn around as a group and they look at Gorf and say, "We need not forgive anything, nor are we want to. Now, I understand that we are dealing with someone who has dealt with this sort of thing before. Obviously, your past isn't quite so lily white as you might have others believe. So, yes, we want something. This is simply part of a larger scheme, though."
Oh, that much is obvious. Your machinations, I'm not so interested at this point. I'm just interested in what you have to offer.
Oh, we have much to offer, child.
I'm
We
sure,
can.
I'm sure.
We have seen through the mist of time. We have seen what is offered here, what once was offered here. And we think we have a way to make it happen again.
Is
And
that so?
as they are talking, as their focus goes away from Gruna and they're now focusing on Felix, Gruna, you feel the charm that is stopping you from speaking start to sort of slip.
Gruna?
What?
Ah, yes, I believe that was done in good faith. So I will.
Shut up, Felix. Thanks for your support. Huh? Thanks for making me
Runa.
just shut
darling.
up. Okay. Yeah, probably you don't understand. Okay. You don't
Runa,
And
even know who these witches are.
Runa,
the hags
calm
are going
down.
to
These
the
are
hags are gonna
powerful beings. It's not. Shouldn't make an enemy out of them if we don't need to.
Enemy? Not them at this
why
point. Have you heard
Cast my
this
own
prophecy?
silence on her.
so the hags
Are you gonna cast silence on me again? I mean, on me?
the hags stop talking to Felix. They look to Gruna and they say, "You will keep a civil tongue in your mouth, child, or we will remove it. Is that understood?"
I will.
I'll signal to Athul to do his mind ready thing.
Mind ready things. Yes, mind
Yeah.
ready things are fun.
His little mind ready thing. And I'm just going to, I guess, message him in private real quick.
Are you trying to keep things from the DM? Is that
No,
what's
I'm just trying to
happening
keep
here?
things from everybody else present, really.
I will murder all of you. I will TPK this party. Don't you make me turn this bus around and TPK the whole party. So as you all are doing that, they will look then to Gorf and they will say, "My child, you are wise. Help convince your friends can be friends."
Hmm. Oh, friends
I'm not
indeed.
convinced you can be friends. I'm just convinced you don't necessarily have to be our enemies.
Now,
Ah,
I think you know what you have that we want. But it's just whether or not you're willing to trade that for this nice little
there
gem.
there are many things that we can give. We can give you the power to avoid confrontation with the devil on the stage. We can give you the ability to have the most powerful currency flowing for marketplace. We can even give you the ability, Runa, to retain your power without this contract. And all of a sudden, this huge vellum scroll appears in the air in the middle of the three witches.
Ah, yes, finally.
What's
No,
with
Bruno,
you?
please. Finally.
No, I'm
We
telling
can
you,
get down to
Felix.
business.
I'm gonna be the one on business now. Shut up. And I will stand up and go for them. What's the deal? What's the catch? There's always a catch with you three. They are free, isn't it? Yeah.
Are you actually going to approach them?
Yeah.
All right.
Not
let's
like
see that.
face to face, but to the contract and see what they are.
Well,
talking
give
about.
me move your
Duel.
token, so I can see where you're at.
Would be more or less like here, more or less.
So
I'm
you
standing
can't-
right at her back.
Sorry, that's having a little fast there.
So, so they look at you and they said, "Bruna, child, this offer will not last, and if you keep annoying us, you will lose the offer. In fact, you will lose far more than that."
What's the offer then?
How do
Bruna.
you address your mistresses, child?
The offer masters then? What do you want me to say? What else do you want from me? I give you everything.
There is so the address that is appropriate for the people holding your pact is mistress.
What do you want from me then, mistress? What else do you want from me?
We need nothing else from you. We have everything.
Yeah, of course you do.
We want the gem.
But why?
Expand on that question, and if you expand enough, I will give you a persuasion roll.
We're gonna do business with you. At very minimal, you need to know that you're not gonna turn it against the people that we care about. I don't have as much of a problem if you do your own thing, but
All right, everybody can give me an intelligence roll.
Just straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
I have
Ah!
a +3 mod. Can you roll it for me?
Yes,
Yep,
I
got
will.
you.
You got it? Okay. All right, so Gruna and Thule, you both recall the contracts on the second floor of the mine that were actually the contracts drawn magically into the stone of the marketplace that allowed use of the transporters and allowed a space for those people. You remember over the last couple of months that Peregrine had translated the contracts and had let you know what they say. And one of the things that they say that you remember them saying is that anyone who has signed the contract is unable to do harm to anyone within the borders of the Dwarven Kingdom or to anyone wearing a loyalty rune, ever. So if the witches did sign a contract, they would be bound by it, in addition to being guarded over by the three ghosts of the dwarves from the Temple of Vertigane.
So in essence, that because they're here, they likely signed a contract. Likely. But that means
No,
that
you can't. Once you own the mine, you can offer them a space in the market by having them sign a contract. Now, Gorf, you do not remember that. Ithul and
yeah.
Bruna do.
So, you want the gem, isn't it?
The question is,
Yeah, speak your mind, Phil.
Yes.
how do you think Corton's going to respond to this?
Well,
I don't
Corton is
really
not
like
here
the
now.
guy, but I always have his voice in the back of my head just nagging.
We don't have that much time to hurt them. So, you want the gems, and knowing you, you probably want some more. So, probably exchanging with some souls, maybe? That's your whole deal, isn't it?
But one of the hags is going to approach you, and she is going to. You suddenly feel like you can't move, and the hag
Soul
very
tenses up.
I step forward a step.
so she steps forward. You can't move, and the hag simply smacks you to the floor and says, "You will address me as mistress as long as I hold this contract, or it will get much worse from you." And then she
Now,
looks
any
at
more
Dill
of that,
and she
and
looks.
we will have absolutely no
No,
more
no, no,
dealings
Felix,
going
please,
on.
please. Sorry, mistress. So that was what you want, mistresses? You want the gem? And do you want anything else? You see, Bruna all the conviction she had, just broke. She's now a mess in the floor.
And the hag retreats and she
Hey,
says,
DM.
like, yes.
I'm gonna burn another 2 skill points. Sorcery points to still cast attack thoughts. So I want to get everybody's healing room.
To do what? Sorry, you were breaking up there.
Yeah.
With her, yeah.
I'm gonna, sorry, I was gonna do sorcery points to subtle cast detect. I want to see. I want to see
Right, so I got detect. Can you write it into?
Yeah.
Do you have the
Yeah,
ability
right,
to write it into
please.
chat?
Probably subtle detect
Bro.
magic, I think is
Damn
what
it.
he wants to say, but I'm not
Problem
sure.
with
He
a
wants to do
basement.
subtle.
You wanted to do a subtle detect something.
While
Detect
you're
magic,
doing
probably.
Okay, yes, you can totally do a subtle detect magic. Um,
No,
as
no,
you-
not what I wanted,
sorry.
not what I
Not
wanted.
that? Okay,
Hold
okay,
on,
not
no,
that,
no,
not
no,
that.
no.
Okay, okay.
I don't want information I didn't need. Hold on, one sec.
Okay, so while we are waiting for Dill, or sorry, while we're waiting for Athul, there is the
Detect
detect.
thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can you please pop, Lando, will you please pop detect thoughts up into the chat for Roll20? That would be awesome. Because I need to see.
I'm
I
just
need to
kind
see
of
exactly
seeing what
that
everybody's
looks like.
surface level
Details.
thoughts are right now. I'm not gonna probe yet.
Level 2.
So I don't know. I just need that. I just need to see the spell so that I can see what the actual wording is.
Oh,
So,
I cast
not
it.
not
Yep,
casting
yep,
it.
I hit the wrong button.
The word. It's CD15.
Okay, so for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature usually has an intelligence 3 or lower, it doesn't speak any language, it's unaffected. Okay, so they won't necessarily know. Either way,
No,
the target
target
knows that
knows
you are
that you're
probing its
probing it.
mind. Okay.
With you. I'm scared now.
Wait, no, only if you probe
I think
deeper.
if it's probed deeper. Yeah, he's
Okay,
on the
Well,
only
it would
surface
only
level.
be
deeper.
surface
Okay,
level.
okay.
All right,
Only if you go
so
deeper. Go
there's
deeper, please.
all right, so what I will say is these are creatures from the gray wastes of Hades that traffic in magic all the time. They are creatures of magic. So I will say that I need you, Ithul, to give me a deception check, and they are going to have a wisdom check to see whether or not a contested wisdom check to see whether or not they.
I'm also going to keep talking and distract them, like I was doing before. So maybe they can do it with disadvantage or something if they're focused on
All
someone
right. Well, start talking.
else. So, if I get this correctly, you want something from the mine, and you want this wonderful gem. Now, I would prefer if my friend could keep her abilities, but without all of your contracts.
And so as you're talking, you do manage to distract them enough that none of them notice that
Good job.
their surface thoughts are now being detected. So Ethul, you have succeeded, good sir. Sneaky, sneaky Ethul, look at you.
Yeah, but I
If you
also
also
want
want to
everybody
know-
else in the group to like thoughts.
Yeah.
Need to.
Let's go by one, I guess, like order.
Okay, so yes, you can definitely give me your surface thoughts. Let's start with Dill.
Dill is feeling very protective of Gruna right now and strong anger that he doesn't understand towards these hags.
All right, and Gorf.
Gorf has like this, like anxiety.
Same as right now.
Sorry, you're breaking up again, hon. So Gorf, give me those thoughts.
Gorf has kind of.
Yeah, you cut out for
Yep.
me too.
Yeah, well,
so
you're the
Gorf,
one,
give me
that's
your
it.
thoughts.
Gorf is anxious. He's trying to figure out, like, okay, yeah, he wants Gruna to not be beholden to the contract, but trying to figure out how bad it's gonna be to have these hags have this gem, and whether or not it's gonna be like way bad down the line, and that they should just.
That's definitely way too detailed. So those are not surface thoughts.
Maybe not
Those are
that
much
surface.
deeper thoughts. So you're feeling anxiety and
Distrust.
and that's that distrust. All right, Gruna.
She's broken. All the confidence that she was trying to imply and she was trying to be as strong is now broken, and she's just someone
So you're
that's like a little child with just trying to survive again.
Oh God. Okay, so you are in the throes of a PTSD episode. All right.
Yeah.
All right, and Felix.
Felix is just thinking, God, I could help her. I could save her from so much turmoil. I just hope she doesn't fuck this up. Really don't want her to fuck this up.
So you are your surface thought is you're just sort of waiting for Gruna to start yelling and fuck it up. All right. Okay. And the hags on the surface is simply they want that gem, but what they want is that they want it for something else. There's a bigger deal to be brokered on this level of the mine. But you're not sure unless you attempt to probe them deeper. You don't really know what's going on there. So, tell me, are you going to probe deeper, Thule? And Athul seems to be having some technical difficulties right now. So we will move it right along. So we now know that they want it for something else. So what are we going to do now? The hags are obviously impatient with Gruna. They are now getting impatient with everyone else. They want this
I'll do
gem.
whatever you want, mistresses.
You what?
I'll do whatever you want, mistresses.
And as you say that, they look at you and they say, "Oh, child, oh, good. Get us the gem."
Gruna, you don't have to do that.
No, we'll give it to you.
In exchange for her contract.
Precisely, Gorf. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You release her from the contract. Will allow her to maintain. We'll get you the chip.
This is to fix
Consequences later.
bracing. Definitely.
Sorry.
You what?
Cool, it's super.
We
You
can't
really
hear
broke
you
out.
at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So until your connection's a little better, try typing into the Discord and we will read it over there.
Yeah.
So
Or in the Roll20, because then
Yeah.
the chat can see it as well.
Yeah,
Roll 20.
Yeah.
Roll20 is great too. So they look at all of you and they say, "There are many deals to be had here today. But it looks like Gruna will do this without us having to give anything up. Won't you, dear?"
No.
I'm just broken. Sorry, guys, but Gruna is broken.
So but are you broken and moving towards the gem, or what are you doing?
I will try to wake up really slowly. Just look at my friends in look for aid, and just maybe inside check them and see what they're feeling about it. What I'm going to do, like just trying to find like this support on the group on what she's doing is all right, if it's okay, because she's feeling like she was being interrupting all this time, so she now wants to move alone and don't disobey her mistresses and not disobey.
So it's very obvious that they're being very supportive of you, but you have to make the choice about whether you're going to start moving towards the gem.
After looking at my friends, I will compose myself a little bit more, just clear my tears, and I will give you the gem, but we have to break the contract. I know it's more important for you than this contract. You want the gem more than you want me, right?
They look at her and they say, "You will do as you're told, child." And you start feeling pain all up and down your spine.
I'm sorry, guys, I can't. And I will go to the gem.
I
I'll
cast
hold her
Hold
back.
Person.
Cold person. I'm technically not a human. I'm a fae. I'm fae.
It's a humanoid. It's human. Wait, you're fae.
I'm
No,
not.
you're
I'm not humanoid. Yeah, for my race.
I
because
think you take both of them.
I'm only fae. I think.
I'm using it from my planar
hold on.
stone.
Oh,
No.
oh.
Let me pop it in chat
Wait,
if I can.
did you change to the Unearthed Arcana orc after it came out?
This is not the Unearthed Arcana one. It's the one. It's not orc. It's the let me
Hexborn.
find it. Racial traits. Yeah, it's the Hexborn one.
So I think you take both of the types. That's
So
what
I am going
Reborn
to
do.
say that Gruna, if you want to, because you can always fail a save.
You're fae. I'm a fae.
You can fail the save if you want.
Okay.
There's always the choice that you can fail the save.
Okay. I will do it now, but for the sake of next time, I don't know if never told you. I think I never told you. I'm technically not humanoid. I'm only fae. Just like in the.
Okay.
But I will choose to fail it, like grasping to a little bit of hope.
Okay, fabulous. So Gruna stops in her tracks, and the witches look over at you, Felix, and they say, "Ooh, that is a new type of magic."
I just look at him, and I'm pissed now. And I'll just look at him and say, "Now, hear this, Hags. I know that you really want this gem. So before I demand anything more than just the break of a simple contract, you better stop playing these foolish games."
Now we get down to the true dealings. Negotiations have failed. Let us see what we shall see now. Fine. A little information from you will garner a little information from us. Where did you obtain that power?
Oh. Is that all you want to know?
For now.
I'll look at Dill, and I'll look at Gorf. I'll look back at them. The gods have blessed us.
Which one?
Oh. I believe this was an exchange of information. I haven't heard anything
You
from
have
you
not
yet.
given us true information, child.
Oh, I will
This is
in due
not...
time. Don't you forget, I hold the cards here.
Don't you forget. And you hear Gruna scream. There is... You listen to me, child. I know that is not divine magic, that is something older.
The
Where
price has
did you
just gone
get it?
up. Continue playing these games.
You have lied to us.
Have I?
Or are you simply ignorant of the source of your power?
Maybe it's both. You know nothing yet.
Tell me exactly where you found this. And I will tell you exactly what we intend to use the gem for.
That sounds fair to me.
That's more like it. If you must know, I received this power from Soon's plane.
You actually received the power from the Fountain of Youth.
Right.
Well, they probably love that
See,
shit.
there's a
So-
certain fountain there that does
Ah,
give
yes.
this ability.
Did you know, child, that the Fountain of Youth is far older than Soon's realm? It was not Soon that gave this power to you. It is a part of the very beginnings of the universe. Now, we accept this bit of knowledge. Thank you. The gem. It can create an impenetrable shell around the stage. It was a defense mechanism created hundreds of years ago by the dwarves in order to protect the king. As the enemy went for the throne, they would escape to the stage, create an impenetrable barrier around it, and hold out for months, as within the barrier you need not breathe, eat, sleep, or drink anything. But the barrier does not allow any form of transportation and cannot be destroyed. We
Now-
plan to trap the pit fiend in there and then use his imprisonment to bargain for quite a bit more.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yes, I must applaud you. That is quite ingenious.
In addition, it will remove the pit fiend from the playing field for now until our bargain is done.
Now, when you say bargain, I can't help but think of a specific demon that you may be referring to. Do I have that right? Certain Glossia?
That pretty little pet of Asmodeus.
Well,
We've
she
been
does
doing
seem to
deals.
have.
Yes, she is in control of the pit fiend. But she has never been, nor will she ever be, in control of us. She holds dominion in the hells. We are from the Grey Waste.
Now, your bargain, that doesn't have anything to do with the mine itself, does it?
It does not. We have no power over this mine. The pit fiend, we told you what we would use it for, not what we would bargain for. But
Oh, of course.
there is another bargain to be had here, I think.
I think so too.
In exchange for one contract, we will give you another.
I believe what you're asking is to sign
It was a
the
suicide
contract
speedball.
itself.
Your what?
Suicide speedball. What?
What is happening? Is something
I don't know.
happening crazy?
That literally
By the way-
sounds like a suicide speedball.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get worse and worse.
By the way, Phil, can you put the cam? We are a little bit fucked up on stream.
Oh,
Bruna is
Alright.
both Kyle
Is it messed up on stream? Oh, it is. Yeah, Kyle and.
I'm still
What's
Dill
messed
though.
up? What's messed
Apologies.
up on? Oh no!
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
There we
Luna
go.
is like
My
the
bad.
PM.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, Denise, I'm definitely gonna like do this for the hags from now on.
Yes, that I love that, honestly.
Little
It's really hard.
team. Little
I mean,
team.
Annika does love tea. If she was a hot.
I believe what you're referring to is the contracts for the marketplace. Is that correct?
We are, child. It
Oh.
would give us access to so much more.
Oh, and I assume that if I help you sign these contracts, you will return the favor or look favorably upon deals in the future.
We are willing to give Gruna her contract to do with as she wishes
Hmm.
in exchange for a new contract that allows us access to the marketplace.
So then,
If
what
you
will
can-
you have to trade for the gem?
For the gem,
Yes, I traded information for your information. You want to trade a contract for a contract, but now we have nothing left to trade for the gem.
oh, there you are so wrong, child.
Oh, please enlighten me. I love being proved wrong.
For the gem itself, what we will offer you is this. And she holds out a glass vial that looks like it has a bit of blood hanging in the center of it.
Hmm.
This is a very rare creature. Rare because any time it is discovered, it is hunted near to due to the fact that were it to be let loose, it could destroy an entire world. It is known as a blood horror. And if I were to unstop this cork, it could destroy all of you. It would escape the mine,
Hmm.
and it would destroy your world without a thought.
Certainly an
Uh,
interesting offer, I must say. But then that would leave you without a gem.
There are other deals to be made.
Oh, you keep saying that, you know.
Not here, little mouse. If you grow too tiresome, we will simply leave the blood horror for you and go back to our lovely little homes in the gray wastes.
I'll pull Gorf closer and I'll just be like,
You're toting a line really fine.
well, I think I've gotten as far as I can. I'm just
We could still be respectful and make a deal. I mean, we don't have to be
no,
petty
I
and
that's
disrespectful.
pettiness is
Your
how you
bread.
make deals.
My
But
child, you obviously haven't been doing
Yeah,
it as long
not
as
in
you
my
have.
experience.
uh, fine. Ithul or Dill, can you please grab
That's
the
the,
vial and then Gorf, can you please see to the gem?
so
That is what you need, isn't it? This is the test of might, so you need someone to physically grab the gem. Am I correct?
Oh, my dear, there is no test here. We've already defeated the test of might. For some reason, we simply cannot touch the gem.
so before we finish up, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So we'll give Gruner a contract, and we'll you can talk to Corton and make sure that he's fine with you having a part of the.
We don't need to talk to Corton. We need to talk to you. Here's how this will go. Bruna will approach. We will alter the contract, saying very specifically that the moment Gruna is able, within 24 hours of that moment, Gruna will invite us to sign the market contract. If she does not, she will die. If she
Now,
does, if she does invite us within 24 hours to sign the contract, she will receive her contract in exchange, retaining her power without fear of our corrupting influence, as she would say. The second deal. One of you will retrieve the gem. We shall place the vial with the blood horror on the ground. You shall do the same with the gem. We will then approach and exchange, and that deal will be done.
now, I do understand where you're coming from with this first deal. Really, you have nothing to lose, but you have so much more to gain by, instead of threatening Gruna, releasing her, and then, as an owner of the market in the future and of the mine, having a friend in such endeavors is much more profitable, you'll
I
see.
understand, but we must protect our interests. There needs to be a penalty if Gruna does not give us the contract that she promised. It should be no issue at all for her to invite us, should it?
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like it.
I appreciate
Makes
your
sense.
bargaining, little mouse.
Hmm.
But
Well, I would much rather have made a deal and helped you sign the contract myself, but if you insist on threatening, then so be it.
you understand though that Gruna cannot alter the contract on her own, and neither can the hags. Both of the parties have to sign the new contract.
Right.
So it has to be Gruna
Do,
that
do
does
we?
it.
Does
Oh
Green
wait, it
even
has
have
to be.
that ability?
So you have to sign a new contract to break the old one?
No, they're going to create an addendum in
Like
the old
edit, yeah.
contract.
Oh.
They're going to edit the old contract, and both parties have to agree to it.
Does
Oh, no. I thought
Does
you were
Gruna
talking about the
even-
contract at the market stall to be in the market.
So let me be clear about this.
Okay.
So one deal is
Mhm.
Gruna and the hags alter the contract that Gruna already
Yep.
has for the hags' powers.
Yep.
Got it.
In the contract, it's going to say that Gruna, as soon as she's an owner of the mine, which would mean that she would then have the ability to actually create the contracts, Gruna will, within 24 hours of ownership of the mine, invite the hags to sign a contract in the marketplace.
Okay.
If she does not invite the hags to sign the marketplace contract within 24 hours, Gruna will die.
Okay.
That way, they
Yeah.
ensure that they get the contract in the market when they hand over the contract to Gruna.
Right. Instead of, yeah, that's what I was trying to go for. Instead of that last addendum where they were forcing her to invite them back, I was just trying to. But
Also, didn't
I see that they're trying to like save their face and save their bases and everything. But so that's fine.
But we also know that once we become owner of the mines, that is something we can do. Is we can sign. We can allow someone to add a thing to the market.
You would assume so.
Okay.
So, what is it going to be? You now have the two deals on the table. One deal will help you get rid of a pit fiend for a time. One deal will free Gruna, and you have access to both. Do you want to take one or both deals? Do you want to try to negotiate some more? What's going on?
I'll just look at the party and I'll say, I think I've talked enough. What do you fellows think?
I don't know about this blood horror thing. What would we do with it?
We'll just have to find out.
Well, I mean,
We-
essentially, you would make sure it doesn't destroy the world. Is really, I think, what we're going for there.
Right. Let's do it. I don't think we have any other
Wait.
good options.
Still.
The gem. You cannot touch it. Why? You must know, with all this planar knowledge, I feel like you're keeping it from us.
Probably loyal to.
There is a symbol that is repeated throughout the structures here. It seems to be some sort of rune that indicates that you belong. We do not have it, so we cannot touch it.
But why
So
would
you will
be able
guarantee
to-
that whoever touches it for you will not be harmed.
We can guarantee no such thing. We do not know if it's trapped. We cannot touch it.
Why would you think you could touch it after we get off the pedestal?
Because then it would be released. Notice, the rune is not upon the gem itself, it is only upon the statue's hands. Such a precious little bear, not too smart, though.
All right.
Hey.
We'll take the deal, but I'm adding my own little addendum to your new contract. In the
Oh,
time
this
it
should be
takes for
fun.
you to have Gruna summon you back to the mine, you shall do no harm to her, no matter what she says or does. She will help you sign your contract, but that will be it. No harm done.
Simple enough, child.
All
Now,
right.
who will retrieve the gem?
Gorf, I just
I'll-
try to reach up for
I'll
it. I'm
grab
a
it.
little. All right. Thank you.
I'll take the vial.
All right, so the witches, the hags place the vial on the ground in front of them, and Gorf places the gem on the ground in front of him, and they exchange. They now have a gem. You now have a blood horror.
Oh,
Now they
yes.
look at you and they
Adorable.
say, about the other. And it actually sort of is, like, just FYI, it sort of like forms itself
Is it?
occasionally into like, well, it just looks like sort of a floating red ball of paint right
Hmm.
now. It's very small,
Put it in the bag of
um,
holding.
and it is, you know, just sort of, it looks sort of cute, like it's got a cute little, occasionally like it's got a cute little face or something like
Oh.
that. So it doesn't look terribly threatening at all.
Tell you uncork it.
I would ask for one more adjustment. Contract deal.
Oh, yes.
It's simple. It's simple. So we could make it so that Gruna is free of you now, and if she doesn't, if she doesn't summon you when she becomes an owner, then she dies.
No,
Why not? Still
Of
get
course.
what you
it doesn't
want.
matter. It doesn't matter why not, little bear. It is simply no. We will not discuss it further.
All right.
Sign the contract or don't. We either have Gruna or we have a place in the market. It matters little to us at this point. Both are worth much.
Up to you.
I believe that is between you and Gruna at this point.
That's right. And Gruna, you can now choose to leave the hold person if you'd
Yeah,
like to.
I'll dismiss it actually.
I mean, probably I could always do it because I'm afraid, but
So,
I will just approach my friends. You can see as I'm trying to be as strong as I can, just wiping tears, and so be it. Then we'll have a deal. Whenever I'm an owner of this mine, I will call upon you and we will edit our contracts. You got the gem, we got the vial, and you will have a place here.
as you are saying that, they've already started writing. So you watch the contract sort of magically expand as a new clause is written in. Are you going to sign it?
Cthulhu will put his hand on her shoulder and telepathically send her a message. You don't have to bear it alone.
I will not say anything to that. And I will just sign.
Fabulous. The hags sign as well, and they look at you all and say, "It's going to be a pleasure. Just an absolute delight to get to know all of you a little better soon."
Make sure to bring some tea.
And with that, they now have everything they want, and you see them walk away into the distance. Now, Felix,
I so badly want to ask them something else.
as
Is it really worth it?
as Felix, as you were chatting and sort of wandering around the statue, you noticed that there was a what looked like a hidden compartment that was very similar to some of the more hidden compartments that you've seen throughout the mine, like the secret door and the temple complex and things like that.
Okay, I'm going to, as soon as I see the hags kind of like turn the corner, I'm just going to collapse. I'll be like, Bruna, are you okay? That's
I
a lot
am-
of energy went into that. I'm sorry if I insulted you. It
uh,
I saw a chance to save you, and
I'm so sorry for all I've done to you guys. I'm worthless. Even good enough to solve my own problems. I'm so sorry. I almost messed that up again. I just wanted to keep you safe, and I thought if I was strong enough, they wouldn't come after any of us. But I always mess up. Always. And I will just crumble into the ground and just cry and cry. I'm worth nothing. I don't know why they want me. No, I'm just a
I'm
slave.
just gonna go in
I'm
for
no one.
big hug.
She gives you like the tries to be strong with a hug, but so faint, so weak. Thank you for all you've done, guys. I know I'm not alone with you. Sometimes I feel like it, but thanks.
all right. I kind of want to like try and secretly open up this this little hidey secret place.
All right.
See what I find first.
Well, as you do that, give me a stealth check.
Stealth or sleight of
Since-
hand?
First, give me stealth
Okay.
because it's a pretty big movement. It's not just your hand.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
got
like
a 2.
around the corner over here. So
it's
it
a-
looks.
That's a good one.
Wait, so are
Alright.
you at?
It's alright.
This is
Yeah, so
disadvantage 'cause I have
24. No, it's
the
fine.
mail armor. Okay, that's fine.
You've got mail armor on. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so everybody sees you sort of moving over here to where the door is.
We can't even have
Can I-
a little moment, Felix,
I,
that you have to
can
do
I-
that.
Can I, as like everyone's crying and everything, I'll try to like sneak around the corner and I'll just like trip and like land right on my face, like, and my armor just makes a big clang sound.
What are you doing, Felix?
Oh, well, as I was up here and dealing with those hags, I noticed this secret door. I was going to see what it is before bothering all of you with it, but I suppose since I've made this huge noise, I'll just open it.
Alright.
And I open it.
All right, so as you open it, what you see. Hold on just a moment. There we go. It was obvious that the hags did not know about the defenses because
Mhm.
otherwise you realize that otherwise they would have been trying to open this as well.
Mhm.
What you see is that within this little hidden alcove inside the statue, there is a huge lever. and there is a plaque over the lever that says, "Only the friends of the gods may defend this realm."
I'll pull it.
And
Maria?
so do you have? Let me see. Do you have any items from any of the temples on the third level with you?
Yes, I'm wielding the DOS loot.
I have the
Ah.
stone speaker crystal, for example.
All right. So, you hear, like, as you touch this lever, the DOS lute sort of, you hear it just do a little strum, and suddenly the lever comes in your hand, and you activate the second level of the defenses.
Yay!
And
Fight,
as
fight,
you look around the other areas, you see that there are new sparks. As the shadows were attacking the smaller demons, you kept seeing sort of sparkles in the crystals in the ceiling. Now, in some of the larger crystals, you are seeing little flashes of light as larger demons are suddenly being grappled by what looks like hundreds of Bigby's hands and just being squeezed to death or being slammed into the ground from
Jeez.
all over
It's rough.
the place.
Squishy.
You
He's
see,
squeezing out the black goo.
yeah, well, don't forget that in this area, it's not just black goo. Now it's bodies. The bodies are dying.
Mm.
They're getting Indian burns.
Yeah, so they
I just
are.
have flashbacks from Corton like swatting at me with a Bigby's hand.
And behind the lever, you find a set of bracers.
I'll pick him up and I'll just give him to our resident encyclopedia Dill. Like,
Still hugging Grun and just
What are these?
I'm fine, dude.
please,
Thanks.
can you please tell us what these are, Gruna?
Luna?
Or sorry, I'm so focused on you right now because it's just-
What? And I look a mess? My mascara came off, I guess.
Gruna, I won't
Gruna,
say this
sweetie,
to
we
you
really
many
need to work
times.
on your priorities.
Yeah, I won't say this to you many times, but Gruna, you are beautiful, and
Oh.
truly, even though you can be a lot sometimes, I've truly come to call you my friend, and I'm glad that we've made progress with your curse or your contract or whatever it is.
I owe you everything, guys. And thanks for calling me beautiful. I mean, I know it's nice to tell you that you're beautiful and all of that for a mice,
Don't
but I don't like lying or anything like that, so...
See, that's why I don't call you beautiful that often. It goes straight to your head. Anyway, Dill, please.
What are the bracers?
I will identify them.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dill, give me an intelligence check and a history check.
Can I guide him, since it's something that he's saying out loud he's gonna do?
What?
Can I cast guidance on him?
Yes, you can.
So, you're guided.
Intelligence and history.
Yeah, we'll just take whichever one is higher. Ah,
Both!
all right. So,
Yeah,
Oh, baby.
23.
so you remember having conversations over the past month with Peregrine about the things that he discovered about the mine and the history, things like that. You also recall seeing the symbol on the bracers, of course, on the front of the mine on 50-foot tall adamantium doors. And you realize that these are the bracers of the last king of Delver's Dream, Bandoth Noble Fury. You realize
Crown
that
and
you now have the scepter of Bandoth Noble Fury, and you have the bracers.
it was the scepter. All right.
Oh, I thought Corton took the scepter.
Well, I mean, you have found the scepter and
Okay.
the bracers.
We still need a crown and one more thing that I don't recall.
And
Boots.
and the boots.
And the boots.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have found the second key to the giant vault. Ooh.
It better be worth the wait.
Look at you. So now you have choices. You can, I'm going to move you all back over to the big map. So you don't see any of the other portals light up. So you can either take bridges to various places, or you can take the green portal to the halls of magic.
I said we go green.
I would very much like to go and
I also,
look into that.
considering the situation, I don't know, maybe we find Gord's ex-girlfriend there. Same intensity.
Oh yes, I do believe
What?
the story was that she was a mage.
I mean, considering all we're living now, I mean, we've seen. So Jill killed her. Well, he's his patron. I found my contract. I mean, this level is full of surprises. Maybe we find your ex-girlfriend. I'm saying. Or-
Yes.
Are you ready for that? I know can be really
Doubt it.
hard.
I
Okay, I'm myself again. I'm fine.
I hop
Would
on the
you
green
like to
portal.
sit down for a... Never mind.
Teleport, go!
Let's go.
So you
Caw.
teleport over to the halls of magic. Now, you see entrances as you get over there. One of the things that you notice almost immediately, hold on just a moment, is that the elegant spires of the Hall of Magic are resplendent in their beauty. They seem to be carved from a single gemstone that's 300 feet high. It shines like a beacon of sunshine in this underground world, and you can't help but notice that the fiends seem to be avoiding the area. Perhaps this palace of knowledge feels wrong to those that lived their afterlives in the hells.
Gorf,
Sorry, go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Okay. Gorf, I know that the Might hall was a bit underwhelming for you, but I do believe Ithul and Dill should take point on this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's fine with me.
I would say Gruna should help too, but
Sure, it's not
Yeah,
like I can
but-
cast any spells.
No, I'm saying that Bruna has a lot to work with. I don't want to put more stress on her right now. I mean,
I know
sure,
what
I was implying.
You're right.
throw her first. No, Gruna, you want to go first, don't you? No, go ahead.
I mean, I can
That's
go
what
first.
I
if
was
you're scared.
implying.
I mean, I get it.
Down.
You're small. I get it. You're scared. I can go first. You can go behind mommy. Come on.
Did any of you actually learn magic through a college? Did any of you? No. You know what?
Well, I think my way is a little bit more
I
impressive. I
killed
kind
a
of make a
titan, and
deal
now I
with
can
like
do lightning.
super powerful entities. You just study a
I'm-
little bit.
I just have magic innately.
I ate a bone.
Yeah, you did, big guy.
Phrasing.
That you did.
I'm sorry, phrasing.
Phrasing.
What did you just say?
Phrasing.
It was correct.
Oh my
In
god.
this
Oh,
All right.
so please excuse Gorf. He doesn't necessarily know all the lingo. There's so we've
In
got
Valencia, it's not controversial at all. I get it.
Nope.
So, all right, it looks like You can only so it sparkles like crazy. There's just like all of it reflects all the light that is being pushed towards it from the crystals above and turns them all into these gorgeous prismatic rainbows. And it's the crystal is cut in such a way that you cannot see inside because the reflections just keep being magnified or diminished or warped by different facets in the crystal. So you can't actually see through the crystal walls. You see sort of reflections from maybe like halfway around the crystal or something like that. It's all distorted.
Is there a map for this one?
Is there a what?
A map for this one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Calm it down.
Bruno's gonna detect magic on the magic hall.
Okay, who is detecting magic then? You or me?
So whoever casts detect magic, you don't actually detect any magic from the crystal. It's just cut so perfectly that you can't see through it.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any other hidden entrances? I mean, at this point.
All right. So the other thing, so the way that detect magic works is that you see a faint aura. So part of it too is that it sparkles so much that you can't tell if there is an aura of magic around it.
In that case, can I investigate with guidance and take a look around and see if I found anything out of place or that seems interesting?
So there's a doorway.
Then probably that.
That seems interesting. The whole structure seems interesting. I mean, it's one giant gemstone that was carved to be just gorgeous.
I mean, they say that diamonds are girls' best friends, so I should go first, maybe.
All right. So as you enter the doorway, you read about the people that can read Dwarvish. See a sign above the hall that says Apprentice Hall. As you enter it, you realize that the hall is very Spartan. The entire hall is filled with small dormitory-style rooms, punctuated by classrooms and meeting areas. The rooms have bunk beds and small bookshelves along with a small desk. And the classrooms that you pass, they're equally stark. You see a lot of sheets of vellum that seem to have sort of half-written spells or incantations. And obviously, this is where the student wizards would learn to copy spells effectively.
Can I look to see if I can find any complete spells?
So give me an investigation check.
Can I do the same thing? I copy spells all the time.
You sure can.
I mean, let's investigate then.
All right. So because you were not helping each other, each person investigates.
I'll just help Gruna.
So
I don't need help. I have advantage already. Don't help me.
So Gruna, what you find is not any completed spells, but you do find some fabulous rare inks that you know are used to write the spells into a wizard's spell book. So there's about enough ink you find for about 10 spell levels to be written into a spell book. And it would make it so that if a wizard was trying to write in their book, it wouldn't cost them anything.
Dwarf wants to look for stuff too.
Wow, and Gorf. So Gorf follows Gruna around, and every time she finds something, he sort of points over her shoulder and is like, "Look at that! Look, I found it too."
That's cool.
Yeah, you didn't see that. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Good job, Gorf.
Happy to help.
You did it. All right. So, as you do, you want to explore some more?
Yeah.
Or do you want to move it along?
Oh yeah.
This time, instead of searching for my own stuff, I'm just going to help Dill.
All right. So what you find, it looks like, is just that there was it seems as though everybody left, not necessarily like it looks like it was rushed, but it wasn't like people left food on the table or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
There you can find like in the rooms that like some pieces of clothing were left behind, and like but there's not anything that you would look at as like a keepsake. It was obvious that they had time to, whatever happened to the mine, they had time to actually set up defenses and escape.
It's just all
You know.
junk.
Yeah. Or at least they got the students out.
Oh, that's not promising. But I guess that we should continue then, guys. Do you want to go first, Deal? I mean, it's pointless if I go first and I don't know how to speak Dwarvish or read it.
I can take the front, sure.
I think Athul should help you too.
Yeah, I'll give you
Both
a
of you know
hand.
the language.
All right. And as you move along, exploring the next tower available to you, and you find that it is like there's sort of a semicircular hallway that leads you from one of the towers to the next tower. This hall is laid out in a similar fashion to the first, with living areas and classrooms. It looks as though each room only housed a single student, though, in this tower, and there were more amenities such as wash basins and more comfortable furniture. And as you explore the classrooms in the apprentice hall, which is while you're exploring the classrooms in the novice hall, you see that there aren't really any desks or anything, and you see a lot of sort of scorch marks along the walls, and you realize that these were actual practice rooms, so that the apprentices were learning to write things. In the novice hall, they would learn to actually cast the spells.
So let's do investigation on the halls. Let's see if there's something that they left. May I?
Yeah, can we just make investigation to look for interesting shit?
You sure
I
can.
always like to look for.
Give me them dice rolls.
Dwarf.
Dwarf,
Yeah.
Deal is.
Ooh.
dwarf, not fight.
Now Green is gonna be. Oh, look at that! And then, oh yeah, honey.
Well,
Thanks.
Gil, I think Felix is giving you advantage. So you can see if you get a crit.
Or I could,
Who?
I'll give you advantage. I'm assisting.
All right, so give me that
Dill.
second investigation check, Dill.
Me?
Yeah,
All right.
Right, Deal.
Again.
All right,
Same
same exact
thing.
thing. So it is a fabulous investigation check, and what you find is that as you look through, you realize that based on the history, and the fact that you have seen many like funeral parlors and things like that in your 1,000-year history, that you can actually appraise the furniture, and it's very well constructed. It's very well made in these areas, but you don't find anything that is sort of out of the ordinary or magical.
Oh,
Gorf, that sofa is quite valuable if you want to carry it out with you, but other than that...
You're such a bastard. Oh my god.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard.
I guess that when you became morsel again, sarcasm came with it.
Maybe we can come back for it.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my god.
We'll have to keep it in our mansion.
You're the worst person.
I mean, I would like it having a nice sofa. I mean, don't expect it to endure a lot with Glacier around. She loves jumping on these things.
All right. Is that
Well-
everything in this tower?
Let's move along then.
Yeah, you don't find much else in the tower. So as you move on to the next tower, you notice that the door says that this is the Master's Tower. And of a sudden, you find yourself in a gorgeously appointed library.
Love these aesthetics, like Wizard Tower stuff. Oh, love them.
Yeah, the
Oh.
tower is a temple to knowledge. A wide staircase winds up the 300 feet to the top of the tower, and every inch of the walls is covered in books and scrolls. You see dust everywhere, though, as though it hasn't been disturbed even slightly by the devils flying around everywhere else on this level of the mine. The lever that turns on the defenses sits in plain sight right behind.
What?
Up back.
Behind what?
A dwarven lich.
Okay, one second that I move the token.
Where do
what?
you want the tokens on the board?
Yeah,
Where should we
down
place them?
Anywhere. You can put them anywhere.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Hmm.
Someone do that for me.
Oh.
Ah, okay
Oh.
then.
Another
All
lead.
right.
So, with that,
Friendly, please be friendly.
so that is who you see, and we're going to go put things back over here, which is just a nicer picture. You just
Yep.
like it better. It's nice. It's nice and fabulous. So, what are you gonna do?
Oh, hello there, young lady.
Before, but how do you talk to other fat people?
So the lich has been sort of absorbed writing something down. And what you see is that her hair and her beard have long since fallen out, though she
Aw.
occasionally does try to stroke her non-existent beard, as though the memory of the action still comforts her. Her clothes and bearing mark her as a noble, and the loyalty symbol that is actually carved into her forehead indicates that she's either friendly or clever enough to get around the defenses of the dwarven home.
I mean, do we know about leeches? Do we have to make any check to know what they are?
Liches are creatures of fable and myth. Like everybody knows
So we know
basic
they are
about liches.
strong. Strong.
You all know, and you can feel the energy coming off of her. You know that this would be, if you attempted, you've taken down giant skeletons and things like that. This is something different. Like, you're
If
very
she wants us
aware.
dead, we're dead. Yeah.
Eldritch
This-
Blast! No, I'm kidding.
Hey, Dill, friend of yours?
No, this is an abomination.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Um,
She's right there.
as Dill says that, she lifts up her head and she says, "Well now, me good lad, really you're the abomination, wouldn't you say? I'm known
I
throughout
would.
the universe. I'm known throughout the universe as something that is powerful and glorious we can create ourselves. You, on the other hand, were made because somebody screwed up how the world was made. So
sounds like a
Believe me.
I mean, that's kind of mean, but it's
That's
also
fair.
kind of true.
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah,
true.
Well,
Hmm.
Believe me,
Hi,
I
no,
mean no offense. I am
Who
a
are
creature.
ya?
my pleasure. I'm Bruno. This is, well, present yourself, guys.
Hmm.
I'm Gorf.
Felix, charmed.
And you were
Bill.
saying something there, Mr. Reaper.
I mean you no offense with the snarky comments, but you must realize I am a creature created from death, and people such as you are. I never had an understanding of the choices you've made.
This is a fun measuring contest.
Well, I suppose that you'd have to ask then at some point, wouldn't you?
I never had the chance, but I would love to have a sit down and have a conversation with you.
Well, that's better then, little boy. All right. So what are y'all doing here, and how did you get past the glamour?
A clamor?
And as she sort of studies you, she starts to see the loyalty rune on your armor. Ah, yes! You're the ones! Oh, fantastic. I've been
Yes.
looking forward to this moment for quite some time. Well, do come, do come. I think, what is it? When I scry upon the surface, what do y'all do? You do the, I know. Would you like some tea and sausages?
Uh,
I'd love some,
yeah.
actually.
That
Thank you.
sounds awesome.
Starving.
Oh, well, alrighty then, good folks. Fantastic. Why don't you come over here and sit down? And she sort of takes a bunch of books and scrolls off various very comfortable looking chairs from around the room, and she clicks her fingers, and a fire starts roaring in the fireplace.
May we ask your name?
Well, certainly you may.
What's your name then?
Well, I thought you'd never ask.
I love
My
her.
name-
I love her already.
Yeah. Lich Queen, I love her.
Cool.
Felix is
cool
charmed.
gal Lich.
I'm actually charmed now.
Can we go
Oh,
shopping?
Perfect. There it is. Well,
Just a
my
casual.
name is Ingrith.
Ingrid. Beautiful
Yes.
name.
My surname is Noble Fury.
I mean, quite a
So you're related to the king.
Yes, I was. Very closely related, in fact. I'm his sister.
You don't happen to have a crown and boots then.
And as she steps out from behind the table, you notice she is wearing the boots of Noble Fury.
Well,
And
they
she looks
really
at you and
fit.
says, "Indeed I do, little one. It's going to take a little bit of time, though. You're not quite yet supposed to go and open that vault. There are some things that I've seen you do, or it's a bit fuzzy and a little tangled, but I know that doesn't happen quite yet."
So, did you scry our
Divination.
futures then?
Well, if you must know, I, for many hundreds of years, was the master of divination here in the school. And when I became a lich, which I did, by the way, Mr. Dill, in order to ensure that there was a defender here for all time, which I have been, and a good one, I started peeking into the future a bit, and there are many threads that seem to be very strong, but as I've peered in to the weave of fate, it seems as though just about this point, it starts getting tangled. There's a lot of different ways that this could go. But I knew that you'd be coming. That's why I made sure I had some tea and sausages. Isn't that nice of me? Yes,
That's
it
very
is.
kind of you.
It is indeed. Now I feel bad not having anything for you.
Oh, but you do. You've got so much for me.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then
Well-
let's sit down and chat.
There is, and she's going to go over to a pool of what looks like black water, and you realize that it's a big vessel that sits on her desk that is filled with black ink. And she says, "Just a moment, let me check something." And she waves her hands over the ink, and you see an image start to appear of you in the halls of might. She says, "Oh, good. You did give them the gem. That should give us a little extra time. Fantastic. All right. Well, what would you like to know?" And as she asked that question, you suddenly hear the entire level of the mine start to shake as you hear the pit fiend start screaming for its freedom. Ah, yes. There it is.
The hags are doing their thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to give me a moment. Divination gives me headaches, and I had to deal with their divination as the hags earlier. It just
Yeah. Talking
you
about
guys
that,
you guys got this. I'm going to play my lute.
I have a question. I mean, by all rights, you're the rightful owner of this mine. What?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, it
That's not
doesn't
how it
pass
works.
down like that.
Oh,
No, sir. No, it certainly does not. No, the mine belongs to whoever has done the most good for the mine.
Oh,
So currently, yes, I am the owner, but once you free us from this invasion, the ownership shall pass to you. Now, there will be certain trials and tribulations that you'll have to go through in order to prove just how dedicated you are. But
Yeah.
in due time, I suppose.
I mean, we died 2 times. I think that's quite a good dedication.
She what?
We died 2 times. I guess that's quite a good dedication we're showing.
Well, I mean, you died once in service of the mind, the other time not so much.
Yeah, that's true.
I've died twice.
Well,
Actually,
again, once in
Bryce.
service of the mind.
So
Well,
if we take over ownership, that's not gonna conflict with your interests.
Well, I mean, if you start doing terrible things
Well,
to me,
yeah,
mind,
yeah. I mean, of
I
course.
suppose we'd have to have a little chat where you might end up as one of my servants or dead at the end of said chat.
It's just kind of awkward to talk to the sister of the king and talk about how we're gonna eventually down the line own the mine.
Oh, I suppose
wanted
that's
to-
one of the failings. It's one of the failings of the living. You have all these weird chemicals in a sort of stew in the middle of you, just flowing around and making you feel all kinds of strange things.
Yeah.
But
All right.
as somebody who's dead, I don't have that inconvenience, do I? Dill, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Suppose
Oh, I really do.
it can't be that bad. I mean, I like feeling things, even though sometimes I can, well, be too much, but fine. It can be fun
Well,
sometimes.
Well, Grona, that is good on you, my dear. But I get to see things a little more clearly than some of the others do. So now, do you have any questions for me?
Well, I don't know. It's just gonna be a quick one. I don't know if you want to know about that, but the hacks over there give a prophecy that I assume it's about me. And they say that I'm descendant of mages, but no one in my family has ever been able to cast any type of spell or cantrip. So, are they right? Are they just trying to fool us?
I think you're going to have to look past your mother and your grandmother down the line for quite a ways.
Well, we don't have any type of scriptures in my culture, so that's gonna be difficult. But, oh, thanks.
But you do. You have a library to rival me. Oh, you don't know about that yet. Yes, you don't have anything.
Is that a try
Spoilers.
for deception?
What are you asking me about, dear?
Well,
Something from the future, isn't it?
I may know about a couple different libraries they have down here as well.
Do you now? Well, that's exciting for you. Do you like to read much, Master Mouse?
I've studied lore in my time.
Well, isn't that fun? That's super exciting, I think.
You wouldn't happen to know about any of the history of the mouse folk now, would you?
Well, I know enough from the traders that used to come down.
You are traitors? I mean, you know the word, not traitors, traders. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Certainly, I
said.
used to go to the market on a regular basis. It's only
No.
2 doors up.
Yeah, no offense. I thought that mice only. Never mind. Yeah, sorry, Felix. Continue.
Well, now it looks like you're being a little racist, aren't you?
Probably,
Me lovely little orc lady.
It's not new with her.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get away from those, but that's what they told in Nanket all the time.
Well, you're not in Nanket anymore, and I
Hopefully.
expect that you're thankful for it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, you don't know it. Oh, thankful.
So now, anything else you'd like to know?
Is there a passage to the Underdark anywhere in here?
Yes, there is, and if you're going to go seeking it, one of the things that you should be aware of is something called the Florid.
The Florid?
The Florid, yes. She's
What are
over in the
these?
halls of industry.
Halls of Industry, which is in this level.
Oh, that's a good
It
point.
is.
What are
Noted.
the other halls? We've already done stealth, might, and we're at magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you've got the halls of industry. You've got the halls of rest, the halls of beauty, the halls of power, and the halls of peace.
Industry, rest, beauty,
Power and peace.
power, peace.
But only the
Okay.
3 main ones have defense.
Is true. Well, the major defenses. All of them are set up so that there are choke points that you can defend against. You can defend against invaders, but yes, if you're talking about the levers, like the one just behind me, it's the 3.
Well,
Can I
why
ask?
have you not pulled this one?
Because it wasn't time yet, was it? I had to wait on you.
Suppose that's a simple enough answer.
I mean, I can
Alright.
describe the future. Who knows?
Future. In that case, would you mind if we did the honors?
Well, understand this. Once you've pulled that lever, that's going to be the end of our conversation.
Ever?
Why?
Do you not exist with the lever pulled?
Oh, because time is tangled here a bit. I can't tell exactly why. I just know that that's when the conversation ends.
But are you gonna be all right?
Oh, I'll be fine, dear.
Okay.
Is there anything you want?
Yeah, you've been nice to us.
I'd like these devils gone, for certain.
Okay, we agree on that.
Yes, I'd love to see some new students in the school, too. I do so miss teaching. It's been a little lonely the last couple 100 years here.
I mean, I've always wanted to
That makes a
actually
lot
go
of
to
sense.
school.
Well, if you are still around after this encounter, I mean, we'd love to have your wisdom if we did open up the school again, or when we did.
Sounds like a
Certainly.
good idea.
Is there anything else you'd like to know, though?
Anything that you feel like we should know?
Well,
Kind of.
I think that you should probably. Because I can't really see exactly how this is supposed to go, which is strange for me.
Sure.
We are in a flux point right now in the flow of time. I know that there are many things that I could tell you about many different things, but I'm not really sure which ones I'm supposed to tell you.
I mean, not about the future, but any advice? Thing that you could help us avoid.
Traps, secret entrances, secret doors.
Oh, you've already found all of them.
Hmm.
The only secrets have been hidden within these 3 temples. Everything
Well-
else is, well, if not straightforward, it's at least not secret.
Okay.
We lost Athol.
Anything else? What other mysteries of the universe
What-
can I offer to you today?
What's in the ball?
Well, you'll have to find that one out on your own, won't you?
That's fair.
That's
What's
right.
what's the secret to life, the universe, and everything?
Well, now there's an interesting thing.
Yes.
I've been told it's 42, but that doesn't make any sense.
It is 42.
Ha! I knew it.
There's something I'm not getting here. What?
Now, it is 42. You must understand that each of you can only hold one of them. You'll have to send many people out to many different places and help them discover the ones that they will hold. But there are 42 that you
Can I
must
stop?
possess.
Maybe.
All right.
Don't try to figure it out quite yet, Gruna. You
Okay.
haven't. You
It
have
was
not
hurting.
yet. You have
Your
not
advice
yet
is good enough.
learned quite enough about the universe and what it holds.
I mean,
But a few things I can tell you
The
about life, the
touchstones?
universe, and everything. Mayhap. Now, you must understand that the way that this universe works is a little different than you might have thought before. You've heard tell of the ship that came through the reef of glass, yes?
Yes.
Is it common knowledge?
Well, Corton has
Okay.
shared with you stuff about his journeys.
Yeah, of course. That's
So do you know what the reef is?
Glass.
It's the
I mean,
orb of glass.
I know. I don't know if Gruna knows. Well, I think I know.
The reef is in fact the remnants of the crystal sphere that used to house this solar system. All solar systems are housed in crystal spheres, and they're supposed to be unbreakable, created at the very beginning of time. But
This bro.
when the gods decided to fight amongst themselves like petty little children, they expended enough energy that they did in fact destroy this crystal sphere. And now those pieces are all floating around willy-nilly, just banging into things. But you must also understand that they're not really made of crystal. They're alive in a way that we can't really comprehend.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
But
following.
they are also the chaos at the very beginning of time, molded into crystal spheres. So if you touch them, who knows what'll happen to it?
And there are
Incredibly
42
powerful, indestructible, and protecting all of you from the Rainbow Sea.
Rainbow Sea. But
Do you not know
Okay.
of the Rainbow Sea? It's like you've never been off this world before, child.
Well, technically I've been out, but I was dead, so I don't know if I saw that.
No, the Rainbow Sea is what the crystal spheres float in. It's all of existence with tides and waves and currents that take you to different places. You don't want to touch the Rainbow Sea because it itself is pure chaos. It's more chaotic even than the realm of Limbo is. It is destructive, and you must have very strong magics to help maintain the integrity of whatever vessel is floating through. But
I don't think I got anything,
if
but I will remember your words.
if you go to certain places within the sea, you can hear it. You can hear history and the future. You can hear it being sung to you. I've been to these places, well, some of them, and I've learned to listen. I created this whole tower in order to amplify my abilities when it comes to listening. This whole tower is here to help us learn the history of the universe and the future. We get to see things that very few others have ever gotten to see. It's a beautiful place to spend some time. But there's something wrong with the song. There's something broken
Probably
in the
Felix.
universe.
He's not that good at the as he thinks.
We all know that Felix is broken, but making fun of him won't fix him, will it? So
Okay, I'm
rude.
sorry, Felix. I just wanted.
Typical Faye. Now,
Can you tell us anything about Lacia? Help us. Or
I'll help you
the
with what?
lich that's coming back in non-Cat.
Oh, do you mean that stupid bitch Kalnasi? Oh, Lord.
I think
Is
so.
she coming back?
That's what they told us. The looks of them, are they? I
Oh,
don't know them.
dear. Oh, dear. Well, no. Kalnasi's been gone for quite some time. I know she was coming back sometime soon. Didn't realize it would be this soon. But my good Lord, she is such a wanton little harlot with herself. Just spraying her phylacteries everywhere you can imagine. Good Lord.
Like where?
Well, I mean, good God. Even those filthy little Erlithid, no offense, Ithul, have... Oh, dear. I suppose you weren't... Is that now, or is that later? Am I... Oh, Lord. I can never tell around these little snarls, these tangles in time. I really wish you would hurry up and just do what you're gonna do. Either die or succeed here so that I can get this tangle untangled.
Okay.
Nothing. No one's got anything to say.
But
Well,
guess not. Anyone else?
I might have one more question.
Well, of course, little one.
It is one of selfish intention.
Well, most questions are in the end.
My chances of humanity, are they behind me?
Your what?
My chances of becoming human.
Your chances of becoming human? Well, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to become human, I'm sure we can find something.
lost Gruna.
She's just having none of it. Wants none of this damn conversation. I'm gonna be okay. Over here, I'm a lich, and over here, I'm a DM.
Hmm.
There we go.
I mean, is there any magical support we can have before we leave, before this conversation is done? Is there any wisdom or magic you can share with us?
Well, I feel like I've shared the secrets of the universe. Is that not good enough for you?
I'm looking for more ways to help protect my friends if I need to. I feel like I'm lacking in my ability to support them.
You've been blessed by something older than a goddess, and you still feel insecure. Well, I suppose it comes from being a mouse folk.
It's likely.
Listen, you have two paths that you can take. One of them leads you very quickly just over the bridge to the demons, to the devils, to the pit fiend. The other one will take you on a little bit of a journey throughout this level of the mine. One way you get things done very quickly. One way you may very well learn so much more. You might have your mind changed about really the way things look and what it means to be a person at all. But it's your choice, whichever way you might want to go.
Well, my mind's made up. Does anybody else have any questions? Ithul?
I think I'll go with you.
Is there anything more you'd like to ask? Anything more you'd like to know?
Not right now. I will wait.
All right, then.
I do hope we see you again.
I'm sure you will. Either at your funeral or some other time.
Hmm.
Oh,
I,
you folk don't see things at your own funerals, do ya? Oh, more's the pity.
Oh,
Haven't actually had a funeral yet, so no.
Well, you should get on that with the number of times you're dying. Good lord.
Well, if someone would throw them for me and I just look at the groups. All right, fine. Let's just pull the lever. I'm getting too much into it.
wait,
alright.
I would just
Yes,
like
yeah.
to say I realized that you might have offered up a lot to stay here and protect everyone else. So I realized that we might not be too different. So I would just like to thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. Anything else, folks? No, nothing.
No, I think that's it.
All right. And who's got somebody in the background talking?
I'm hearing things from beyond about
Right.
a full, very nice bathroom.
I told
don't
you
know
it's
what
a
it is.
tangle. That
Huh.
time is a tangle in here. Who knows what's
Okay.
being said?
Did I miss anything important? Sorry, guys.
Um,
We're just finishing up.
There's-
I think we're going to pull the lever now.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mrs. Did you ask her about the blood vial, the thing that can destroy the world?
That is a good point.
Oh.
What should we do with this blood vial?
I wanted to ask it, but well, I said bye.
So as you pull out the blood, the vial of the blood horror, she just looks at you and she's like, "Why would you even have something like that? It's terrible."
Save us that.
We didn't really want it, but it sounded like a good deal at the time, so.
Well, to keep it
You
away
know
from
what this
the
thing
past.
does?
Yes, we've been explained in great detail.
To destroy things, not like
Oh.
great detail.
No, how it's going to eat everything on this planet. Yeah, that's good enough detail for me, honestly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
I'd rather get rid of it than sell it at this point. You know, it's just burning a hole in our bag of holding if you take my meaning.
Quite
Well-
literally.
It's quite difficult to get rid of these things.
Hmm.
They are difficult to destroy. I mean, you can stop them for a while, but if even a single cell of that blood manages to escape, it'll reform eventually. Good lord. Do you know how it kills something?
Not
Painfully,
really.
I assume.
Well, if it touches you even a little bit, it'll crawl into whatever orifice is closest. And
Yeah.
then it literally will just start feeding on your blood. It's terrible. And every time it feeds on enough blood, it gets bigger. So when it grows in size inside you, you just explode. And if you try to get it out, it'll rip its way out and do even more damage and get even bigger. And when it gets big enough, it just explodes into a whole swarm of the things. And then each of them goes off to go try to find something to feed on. It's terrible. There are entire layers of the abyss that have been destroyed because of these things. Good God.
But
That's
what if something
interesting.
doesn't have blood? And they have
If
nothing
it
to
doesn't
fear?
have blood, they literally won't even know that it's there. But if something without blood attacks it, it will defend itself.
So just throw it in a realm of the undead, is what you're saying?
I mean, it's an option.
Even
if
the
we ever
undead,
need it.
even the undead have a little bit of blood in them. It might be dried, but it can still feed on it.
Mm.
Destroying
that's
undead,
interesting.
that's one way. We'll figure it out as we go,
If
I
any
guess.
other god needs our aid, like soon, maybe we need to, well, I don't know, destroy a whole plane, considering the situations we're living. I wouldn't be strange by that.
I'd rather not be
You're
on the
telling
plane of
me-
existence.
You're telling me that you're willing to wipe out an entire plane of existence if it inconveniences you.
Not me, but I don't know the
Well.
situations, and I don't really understand the universe. Maybe there's a okay. As I said, nothing. Okay.
Maybe I might need to put you down if you're talking about genocide.
No.
Is there anything
Never
else we
said.
can do to keep him from escaping?
Or destroy
Well,
it.
Precautions.
this glass vial will do nicely for now, but eventually you might want to throw it out, I don't know. Throw it out into the Rainbow Sea. Or throw it into some place where there is nothing at all. Where it can
Then
never feed again.
Maybe
then Huxley is
Corton
only
knows.
wanted to get rid of this.
Maybe Corton
Sorry.
knows the disintegrate spell. I don't know. We'll have to deal with
Oh,
it
that
later.
won't work on this thing.
Ah, jeez. Maybe we'll throw it into the shards of glass. That sounds fine.
Well, certainly that's an option, but for now, if you don't want to hold on to it, I can keep it safe over here.
Yes,
Would
that
you?
would be helpful. I mean, we tend to be clumsy sometimes.
And so
Especially Gruna.
she will grab it and she will sort of tuck it away in one of the drawers of her desk.
All right. Anybody want to do the honors?
I think we should let her do it. He's been waiting years and years. I feel like it's only fitting. I mean, if
Just
you
itchy
Well,
for it.
alrighty then. As you guys are talking, she just strides over and turns
Okay.
it
Done
over.
with this shit.
Yes. And as she does, suddenly you see rainbows appearing through the crystal. You can't see exactly what's going on, but you just see flashes of rainbow coming through the crystal veil of this giant crystal time amplifier.
Corton? Is that
Hmm?
you?
No, it's
I-
not Coratan, you silly boy.
Sorry, just
No,
rainbows.
that's the final level of defense.
Ah,
It starts raining down prismatic sprays on everyone.
That's a beautiful way
Terrifying.
to heal.
crazy.
terrifying. All right. I guess that's the end of the
Good.
conversation, according to your vision.
I know.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
goodbye.
And you find yourselves all suddenly outside again.
Well, she seems nice.
She is nice.
Ugh.
I mean, she knows what she wants.
And
Yeah,
now the decision must be made. Are you going to... You realize that you can head to the stage that now holds a pit fiend and end this immediately. Or you can do a little more exploring of the realm and see what it holds.
Are we
The long
completionists
way
or
is
are
the
we
way
not?
to go.
I'm
what?
definitely going to want to explore.
We are completionists. We have to explore.
And as you suddenly see that all of these other portals in the center have now been activated.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it to it.
All
So-
right. So what are you guys, where are you going to teleport back? Are you going to take a bridge? What are you going to do?
I mean, if we take a bridge, we can either go. Well, I don't know which is which, so.
Well, let's teleport back and then take the bridge that's not like near the whole stage thing, the pit fiend stage.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
So
Let's do that.
you teleport back and you see just hands and rainbows just flying through the air, taking out anything that has not taken cover. But you notice that there are portals next to the stage at the other end where there are just hordes of devils coming through, being decimated as they do so, though some of them continue to escape. There's just too many of them, and the Pit Fiend does not care. He knows. He knows that there will be legions, and that they will simply be reborn, or so he thinks. They will simply be reborn in the hells to serve him again, to come back. As you see the devils all being ripped to shreds, we will end this session.
Oh,
Yay!
Crazy.
Yay!
oh my
Crazy session
gosh.
today. My heart hurts, actually.
Yeah. Lots of stuff happened. Oh my gosh.
So, yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I told you.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot going on in this one. There is so. We are going to try to raid a channel. Does anybody have any suggestions? Let me look and see who's out there in the world and doing something interesting right now. I
Let me-
think give me just a moment. I think that we should go. Let me get back to our channel. Sorry, I'm doing all things right now. Let me get back to our channel. I think that we should go raid Suplex. I think
also do
Sensei-
Cobalt
Sens-
Press as well.
Well, Sensei Suplex looks like he probably needs a little more than Kobold Press.
You could use a
Is
lot.
everyone ready for a raid?
Do it.
Yes.
The raid is
Catch us
Yay,
on Monday for
alright.
Hunter's Harvest.
All right, hold
Yeah.
on. We
And tomorrow?
will get there. So, announcements before we raid. Number 1, tonight I am going to be a guest on Saint Stella's fabulous stream. We are going to be having adventures in Astery. I get to play Tattletale, one of my favorite characters. He is a delightful old turtle that is a
Oh.
butler and glorious, and he sounds like the Queen of England if she was a little bit older than she is. And that's just going to be
possible?
fine, I think.
Mhm.
Is that even
So that's going to be tonight. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, Guillermo is going to be doing a fabulous art stream at our normal time,
Sure to come.
the same time that we started here. He's going to be working on the character Felix, who you just saw make a deal with a bunch of hags. So
Yeah.
that'll be a fabulous art stream that we're doing tomorrow. Definitely come and check that out. On Friday, we may or may not be doing Magic the Gathering SmackDown, depending on what's going on. But if we do, please come and say hi. And on Monday, we are going to be doing the next chapter of Hunter's Harvest, which happens right after Carney Sideshow. And normally they raid into us, which makes us so happy. Oh my gosh, it's so delightful.
If you want to know if
So-
Daisy actually make it alive, make sure to come.
So 4 days.
So,
For
with
days.
that, remember tonight, Saint Stella, we're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. And we are now going to raid into
Raid.
Sensei
Make sure you guys join.
Suplex.
Everybody join. Let's go.
It's going to be fabulous. When we get there, Play Nerd Allies.
What are we
And we're
bringing to
gonna
the
raid-
potluck?
What are we
Yeah,
bringing to the
let's-
potluck? And we raid. All right, I'm going to. All right, let's
There we
end this
go.
stream. Fabulous. I'm going to pop over there real quick, and then I will pop back, and we can do a post-mortem.
And bye everybody.
And
Bye,
let's see.
guys.